Hi there, boys and girls. This is Mrs. Ferris from Wood Library, and welcome to our very first virtual Spotlight program. We've been doing this program for about 2 years, and it gives us a chance to really focus in on an author or an illustrator of children's books. We do stories and games and crafts and snacks and all kinds of activities, all based on that author's books. And today we're going to be doing stories and things about Bill Martin Jr. Now, you probably know his most famous book, Brown Bear, What Do You See? And we're going to be doing that today. But we're going to start off with a poem. This is Bill Martin Jr.'s big book of poetry, and it is big. And I chose this one poem right here. It's called Crocodile. If you should meet a crocodile, don't shake a stick or poke him. Ignore the welcome of his smile. Be careful not to stroke him. For he sleeps upon the Nile, he thinner gets and thinner. And whenever you meet a crocodile, he's looking for his dinner. Yikes! So I thought we'd start off with a craft. In your bag of materials, if you stopped and picked up one at the library, there's one marked number 1, crocodile. And in that bag, you'll find 2 green craft sticks with holes punched in them. You'll find a green circle of paper. You'll find a Google eye. You'll find some glue stick. You'll find a piece of white cardstock. It's a little bit heavier paper. And you'll find a paper brad. That's what this is called. Or a brass fastener. So, if we'd been doing this in the library, I would have had you paint the craft sticks, but I did it for you and punch them. But we're going to decorate them before we put them together. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take that circle that you got, and we're going to cut it into 2 pieces. And one piece will be bigger than the other piece. So you're going to cut off just a little bit off the top. You do need your own scissors. I didn't provide those, but we're just going to cut it into 2 pieces. And one will be for his eyes, and one will be for his nose. So you can take one of your sticks, and right now, we're going to glue that bigger circle at the end near the hole, but not overlapping the hole. So take a little bit of your glue, and you can decide if it's easier to put it on the green eye or the green stick. So I put some glue right along the upper edge, and I'm just going to stick my eyeball on it like that. You see, it doesn't cover the hole. Got a little extra glue there. This will be the right side. And there's just enough room right in the middle of that to put that eyeball. So take your glue stick, put some glue on the back of that eyeball, and then stick it right on there, right about in the middle. Just like that. Okay? Looks good? Then take that other piece that you cut off, and that's going to go in the front, like right about there. So again, put some glue on your craft stick. I gave you the fancy purple kind that disappears. And then stick this so it's just sticking up a little bit. Like that. Okay. And if you happen to have a black marker around, you're going to want to put 2 nostrils on the front of there. So that's what that looks like. But what does a crocodile need? Lots of teeth. And that's what that strip of white paper is going to be. you're going to draw a zigzaggy line on it for teeth. Like that. And you're going to need two because he's got upper teeth and lower teeth. So there are the upper ones and the lower ones, and then you're going to need to cut them out. Now this might be something that mom or dad has to help you with, or they could do part of it and you could do part of it. What I usually do is I cut a straight line right across the top of those teeth, like that. And then it's easier for me to just cut little triangles out around each tooth. Like that. So go ahead and do that. You can stop the video anytime to catch up, or if you don't want to do the craft right now, you can fast forward it and watch the next story. That's how mine's coming along. Aren't you glad you're not a crocodile and having to brush all of these teeth? Teeth. And I'm going to take my crocodile again, turn it over, and I'm going to put glue right along here. Now I don't want it to go back as far as the hole because that's going to be where it connects with the other stick. So maybe about halfway along there. And as I said, I think it's easier to put the glue on the stick. I don't know if you can see it there. And then just attach your teeth on the back side. And when he turns over, oh, look at that. Then do the same for the bottom. Cut that out and attach it to the bottom one, like that. And then you're going to take your two sticks and line them up so those holes are right on top of each other. And take that paper brad, stick it on through the holes. Just like that, so it comes out the other side. And then you're going to spread the two ends. And there you are with your crocodile who can chomp, chomp, chomp. What do you think? Kind of fun. All right, we're going to get ready for another story. And it's the one that you know, so I'll be right back. I'm all ready for our first book. It's Brown Bear, What Do You See? It's written by Bill Martin Jr., and the pictures are by Eric Carle. You probably recognize his artwork. And as I said, we're going to have it on the flannel board. So I'm going to put the book down. And I'm going to ask you to get out your second craft bag. It should be marked number 2, Brown Bear. And in it you'll find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I think 8 colored beads. And you'll also find a brown pipe cleaner. Now the first thing I want you to do with that pipe cleaner is to bend the end, one end up, just like that. And then we're going to thread the beads on, but not until we see the color of the bead. Okay, you think you're all set? So let's see. Well, we'll start off with Brown Bear, what do you see? So you know what we do? Let's find that brown bead. Get your pipe cleaner and drop the bead on there. I see a red bird looking at me. What bead should we put on next? That's right, the red bird, what do you see? I see a yellow duck swimming by me. Oh, what do we need to do? I'm so used to telling the story, I almost forgot. Let's add, what color bead? Yellow. Yellow duck, what do you see? I see a blue horse looking at me. What color bead comes next? Can you find the blue one? That's right. Thread it right on there. Is that what yours looks like? We've got brown for the brown bear, red for the red bird, yellow for the yellow duck, and blue for the blue horse. I don't think I've ever seen a blue horse. Blue horse, what do you see? I see a green frog looking at me. Can you find your green bead and put it on? Green frog, what do you see? I see a purple cat looking at me. Where's your purple bead? Can you thread it on? I'll wait. Purple cat, what do you see? I see a white dog looking at me. So find that white bead, thread it on. Here we go. White dog, what do you see? I see a black sheep looking at me. So find your black bead. Black sheep, what do you see? It's hard to see that sheep on there, isn't he? He's hiding. I see a goldfish looking at me. And we know goldfish are orange, so let's use our last bead. Orange fish, what do you see? I see some children looking at me. Children, what do you see? Can you say them all with me? We see a brown bear, a red bird, a yellow duck, a blue horse, a green frog, a purple cat, a white dog, that black sheep, and a goldfish. That's what we see. Very good. Now, what you can do is you can make that go around in a circle and stick one end back in. And see if your wrist will fit in there. You can make a wristlet that has all the colors that we saw. Just like that. And you might notice I'm missing one color on mine. Can you see which one it is missing? I didn't have a purple up here with me. I think I put them all in our pickup bags. But you'll have all of those colors. Brown, red, yellow, blue, green, purple, white, black, and orange for the goldfish. Some stories just make you want to get up and move. And this is one by Bill Martin Jr., along with Michael Sampson, and illustrated by Brian Wana. It's called Spunky Little Monkey. And I'm hoping you'll get up and move around to some of the things that this little monkey does. Sleepy little monkey won't get out of bed. Mama called the doctor. And the doctor said, apple juice, orange juice, gooseberry pies. Monkey needs some exercise. Rutabaga, sis, boom, ba. Interesting doctor, don't you think? Oh. Pop up, monkey, rah, rah, rah. He's out of bed. First, get the rhythm of the head. Ding, dong. Can you make your head do that? Ding, dong. Have you got the rhythm of the head? Ding, dong. Then you get the rhythm of the hands. Clap, clap. Can you clap twice? Have you got the rhythm of the hands? Clap, clap. Then you get the rhythm of your feet. Stomp, stomp. Have you got the rhythm of the feet? Stomp, stomp. Ooh, that's a good place to stomp, isn't it? In the puddles. Then you get the rhythm of the hips. Shake, shake. You might want to stand up to shake your hips. Shake, shake. Have you got the rhythm of the hips? Shake, shake. Put them all together, you'll be feeling so much better. Ding, dong, clap, clap, stomp, stomp, shake, shake. Do them backward, nice and quick. You'll feel perky, that's the trick. Shake, shake, stomp, stomp, clap, clap, ding, dong. Do you remember the doctor saying this? Rutabaga, sis, boom, ba. Monkey, monkey, rah, rah, rah. Spunky little monkey, ready for the day. Come on, monkey, let's go play. And that's what they did. Did you ding dong and clap clap and stomp stomp and wiggle wiggle? Good. We're going to have another story in just a minute, but I'd like you to find that snack pack that you might have got in your bag. Can you find it? Because you can eat it while we have our next story. Are you ready for another book? Our next one is about sounds that animals make, and it's in the same format as Brown Bear, Brown Bear. In fact, Bill Martin Jr. has done 4 books about animals that are in that same vein. It's got Panda Bear, What Do You See? And that's all about endangered animals. And he's done Baby Bear, What Do You See? It's about baby animals looking for their moms. But the one we're going to do is Polar Bear, What Do You Hear? And we're going to go to the zoo to hear the sounds of all the animals that you might hear there. This is again written by Bill Martin Jr. and illustrated by Eric Carle. What do you say? That's right, that's the polar bear. Polar bear, what do you hear? I hear a lion roaring in my ear. Lion, what do you hear? I hear take a look. Is that a hippopotamus? A hippopotamus snorting in my ear. Let's hear him snort. Hippopotamus, what do you hear? I hear do you know the name of that pink bird? That's a flamingo. I hear a flamingo fluting in my ear. Interesting. That's what a flamingo looks like. Look at those long, long legs. And they're pink because of all of the shrimp that they eat. Flamingo, what do you hear? I hear oh, I bet you all know this one. A zebra braying in my ear. Let's listen. Zebra, zebra, what do you hear? I hear a... That's a boa constrictor, a snake. And the sound this one makes is not what I expected. Let's find out. I hear a boa constrictor hissing in my ear. Oh my goodness, that's the boa constrictor. There's his head, and there his body is long, long, long. Wow. Boa constrictor, what do you hear? I hear an elephant trumpeting in my ear. I'd recognize that sound, wouldn't you? Elephant, elephant, what do you hear? I hear a... What kind of cat is it that has spots like that? Did you say leopard? That's what it is. I hear a leopard snarling in my ear. Leopard, leopard, what do you hear? I hear a... You might not recognize it there, but I think you'll recognize it on the next page. A peacock yelping in my ear. Listen. That's what we recognize as the peacock with that beautiful, beautiful tail and all those eyes. Peacock, peacock, what do you hear? I hear a walrus bellowing in my ear. Walrus, walrus, what do you hear? I hear a zookeeper whistling in my ear. Zookeeper, zookeeper, what do you hear? I hear children growling like a polar bear, roaring like a lion, snorting like a hippopotamus, fluting like a flamingo, braying like a zebra, hissing like a boa constrictor, trumpeting like an elephant, snarling like a leopard, yelping like a peacock, bellowing like a walrus. That's what I hear, and that's what you might hear too, if you go to the zoo. Do you have a favorite animal at the zoo? I kind of like the polar bears. I like to watch them swimming. Let's take a little break. All right, we're ready for another story. Now, have you noticed that all of Bill Martin's books are rhyming books? And this one is no exception. This is one of my favorites. It's called Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. And you might notice that all his books look different, and it's because he has different illustrators or different people doing the pictures in each one. This one is done by Lois Ellert, and he's also a co-author with John Archambault. And this book, I believe, is over 25 years old. Not this copy necessarily, but he wrote it 25 years ago, and it's still as good as it ever was. Now, A told B, and B told C, I'll meet you at the top of the coconut tree. Wee, said D to E, F, G, I'll beat you to the top of the coconut tree. Chicka chicka boom boom, will there be enough room? Here comes H up the coconut tree. And I and J and tag along K, all on their way up the coconut tree. Chicka chicka boom boom, will there be enough room? Look who's coming, L, M, N, O, P. And Q, R, S, T, U, V, still more W, X, Y, Z. The whole alphabet of the... Oh no! Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. Skit scat scoodle doot flip flop flee. Everybody running to the coconut tree. Mamas and papas and uncles and aunts hug their little dears and dust their pants. Help us up, cried ABC. Next from the group, oh, a skinned knee D, a stubbed toe E, a patched up F, and then comes G, all out of breath. H is tangled up with I, J and K are about to cry, and L is knotted like a tie. M is looped, N is stooped, O is twisted alley-oop. Skit scat scoodle doot flip flop flee. Look who's coming, it's a black-eyed pea. And QRS and a loose tooth T. Then UVW, wiggle wiggle free. And last to come, XYZ. And the sun goes down on the coconut tree. But chicka chicka boom boom, look, there's a full moon. A is out of bed, and this is what he said. Dare, double dare, you can't catch me. I'll beat you to the top of the coconut tree. Chicka chicka, can you say it with me? Boom, boom. I liked it that the children were all the lowercase letters and the mamas and papas were the capital letters, or the big ones. Well, we have a little activity for you. So if you find your baggies and get the number 3, there's actually 2 of them. And the first one is going to go with the toilet paper tube that was in your pack. And you'll also find 2 more green craft sticks. But these don't have any holes in them. And what I'd like you to do, and I'm going to tilt this down just a little bit, is to take your toilet paper tube, put it right there in front of you, and put your sticks on there, just like they are branches of the coconut tree. And then in your first bag, you've got a whole alphabet. This is a game you can play. You can name the letter, and they don't even have to be in order. These are all uppercase or capital letters. But what I'd like you to do is say the name of your letter. I've got a D, and then put it on one of the branches of the tree. And then pick up another letter and say its name. This is an E, and put it on another. And then see if you can keep adding letters. Here comes a Y, and a B, and a W, don't jiggle, and an A, and a Z, and an X, and a K, and a C, and see if you can get the letters all the way up to the top until you've got all the letters. But be careful, because you don't want any of them to fall down, because then it would be chicka chicka boom boom. Let's see what happens if I put more letters on one side. Oh, boom boom, they went down. So that's a game you can play. You can store your sticks and your letters inside your plastic bag and play at any time. And so that everybody knows that that tree is your tree, in the other little bag that's marked number 3, and it says Chicka Chicka number 2, you'll find the letters in your name. So let me pull this back up. So I'd like you to take those letters and stick them on your tree. So we've got, that's an M, because my name is Mary, when I'm not being Mrs. Ferris, and A, and then R. And I'm not sure my R is going to stick because I think this is an old one. I may have to use that glue stick. I hope I didn't give you any ones that were dried out on the back. But if they are, you can just use your glue stick to stick them on. I've had these letters for a while. So there's the R. And then my last letter is an H. Not an H? How about a Y? Did you know that if you have, whoops, a Y, but you turn it the other way, it becomes an H. But I'm using it as a Y. So there's my Chicka Chicka Boom Boom tree with my name on it. I think we're ready for our last story. I forgot to mention at the beginning, I'd love to see any comments you have about this program or what you'd like to see us doing in the future, or just say hi so I know who's watching. We hope to do another Spotlight program coming up next month, and we're going to be focusing on Audrey Wood, who is the author of Little Mouse, The Big Hungry Bear, and The Red Ripe Strawberry, and also The Napping House. So keep an eye out for that, and you can sign up and we'll have a craft bag for that. Our last story is called Fire, Fire, said Mrs. McGuire. This is by, of course, Bill Martin Jr. and Vladimir Radunsky. What a nice Russian name. Oh, did you see that? There's a hole. You can see right through the keyhole, and there's something very bright orange there. Do you think it could be a fire? Fire, fire, said Mrs. McGuire. Where, said Mrs. Bear. Downtown, said Mrs. Brown. What floor, said Mrs. Moore. Near the top, said Mrs. Cop. Oh, what a pity, said Mrs. Kitty. Help, help, said Mrs. Kelp. Here I come, said Mrs. Plum. Water, water, said Mrs. Vodder. Still right. Get out of my way, said Mrs. Lay. Let me see, said Mrs. Chee. Break down the door, said Mrs. Orr. Well, I declare, said Mrs. Ware. Oh, she looks very smart, doesn't she? Oh, help us and save us, said Mrs. McDavis as she slid down the stairs with a sack of potatoes. Are you ready to see? What was causing that fire? It was a birthday, of course. A birthday for, maybe the mice. Should we sing happy birthday to them? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, all the cats and mice. Happy birthday to you. And I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles. Can you help me blow them out? And we have one last thing that you can make. In your last bag, you'll find something that looks like this, a red piece of paper, and something that looks like this, and something that looks like this. And what you're going to make is a bookmark. That's a candle. So get that glue stick that we used before, take your white strip, that's going to be the wick, and you're going to want to put some glue on both ends. You may want to do just one at a time. But you're going to put, see this little spot up there? That's where you're going to line it up. So put your wick right there, like that. And then put your flame on the top, like that. And there's your candle bookmark, so that when you're reading and it's time to close the book, you can mark your place. Well, thank you for coming. I hope you enjoyed our Spotlight program. Remember, when we have these, you can watch the whole thing straight through and make the crafts as we do it, or you can watch a little and take a break, and watch a little more and take a break. And if you don't have all of the materials at home, it gives you a chance to round them up for when you do want to do the craft. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. It's time to shine the spotlight on one of our favorite book authors. Bye-bye.